also. So, if you have any questions about history, we'll lie to you to the best of our ability.
And do it with a smile on our face.
Smalley Bells collects dust bunnies. Oh, yeah, yeah. I collect cat and dog hair. Yes. My home is fully lined with both dog and cat hair. I mean, you live in an RV, you think you wouldn't have pets? It's so silly. Our best friends here in the park, too. I have a big boxer that's a Mastiff boxer mix. And then they have, it's got to be a combination between a Newfoundland and a poodle, the giant poodle. It's like we're supposed to have these little dogs, and we have these monster giraffe type dogs. Oh, Uni's here. Hi, Unicorn. Unicorn Vapor and I go way back. And you're looking forward to VCC? Are you excited yet, Uni? I know I am.
I cleaned up one of my old mini pro tanks this evening before I came on air and filled it with a juice I haven't used for a long time called Sweet Deadly Venom.
Oh, yes.
I forgot how refreshing it was.
Blue Wheel of Death for you. Oh, yes. The ad. Unicorn is stuck in the ads for the rest of her life. The poor woman. Yes. We'll be hearing her for some time in the future. After the blue ball of death actually takes a longer time to spin to load the commercial than the commercial takes to run.
Well, I thought there was something wrong with my screen at first when that happened.
Well, Smalley Bell said that she wished that hers worked, and she never did get her pro tanks to vape good for long. Well, that's the problem with any atomizer type device, is that the atomizers aren't going to last as long as you'd like them to. And I know people who still are big pro tank fans, and of course I am. I love my pro tanks.
Me too.
I sell them in my store. There's people who cannot live without them. But the whole secret with them is either to learn how to rebuild your own pro tank coils, of which I have videos of on YouTube, or to start buying your coils in bulk and changing them more often. That and keeping your batteries charged. Keep those batteries hot. Don't let them run all the way down before you change them. Change them halfway through, and you always have a good vape.
Yeah.
Yep,
I learned that the hard way.
Sleeping Lynx has got his computer working, and his video isn't even lagging. But yet we are lagging, and we are lacking. I even wore my hair back tonight, Jackie. So I'm all forehead.
Woohoo!
Sitting here, I was sitting here with the boys saying, "Oh my God, that's all you're gonna see. Just imagine hair."
Well, I could do a little flip with my bangs here and join you.
Yes. It's the one thing being Native American and stuff is the Native American features is we're all forehead, as well as the cheekbone thing going on. Oh, look at Ray Ray's putting links in. Ray Ray is our man, and Ray Ray has his own show now, Steel Vaping, and he's going to put his link in for his show so that you can watch him. Because he's a good guy, and he needs people to watch his show, and he's got incredible sponsors. Like, I'm my own sponsor, and then I let anybody, and if you do have something going on, if you sell e-liquid or you have a show or something, put the link in the room. We're allowing all that stuff these days. Oh, now I got to share my YouTube channel. Now, which one though? All right, my YouTube. Well, Ray Ray can throw that in there. Oh, he did. The YouTube.
He did already, yeah. Well, I know when I first got my EVOD kit, I didn't know much about it, and I was at a historic event at the time. Doyle had brought it for me. And I got home from the event, and I loaded up Terry's YouTube videos and watched them in order, and it explained to me how to use my EVOD, how to take care of it, how to take care of my tanks. And then later on, she posted on how to clean the coils to make the coils last longer. And in fact, when Sleeping Lynx got his tank that he won on the show here, it wasn't working right. And I referred him to the video on fixing the atomizers. And he watched the video and he fixed it, and the tank started working right away.
And you know, that's the nice thing. And Uni brought up a good point here too. To get the airflow control base, which is also available on my website, and it brings all of your old pro tanks back to life and makes them
Yep.
a much better vape.
Yippee.
You get that air, you get a little more air growing through that tank, and it, you know, it gets closer to what a Nautilus does. Yes, Ray Ray, and I hope both Unicorn and Ray Ray have not been on the air this week, and it was very concerning to me. But I was so selfish and busy with my own life. I hope you're both feeling better, or whatever has gone on is over. I know Unicorn, you had some health issues, and I hope you're feeling better and ready to kick butt and ready to go to the convention. Don't make me drive to your house and come get you, because I would. But then you end up, if you end up with me, I'm not going to be able to bring. I just found out that Doyle and Pat are not going to be able to go to VCC Tampa with me. We have a powwow that weekend. And I'd really love to go to the powwow too and cook, you know, because we do powwows and I cook native traditional foods, and, you know, we cook native traditional foods. But they're not going to be able to go, so I'm going to be by myself at VCC Tampa. I won't be by myself. I'll be with Unicorn and LB and all that. But I know Doyle wanted to spend time with LB's husband so badly. And in fact, LB, we picked up the e-liquid. It's all steeping away. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we picked up the e-liquid for your hubby, and it's steeping in my little steep chamber. Don't mind me as I disappear here for a moment. Where is it? Where is it? I'll never be able to find it now. Where did it go? This is the part where you get up and dance, Jeff.
Oh, I don't know. Dancing? Nope. Gave up on that. I'll just sit here and... I cleaned all my tanks today because I had the day off from my day job. So I cleaned all my tanks and charged up all my batteries. Just had a good day.
I'm not going to be able to find it in here unless I bend over, and no one's going to see that part of me. I'll just have to let it go for now. But we have the 120 mils for him, so.
Check the storage shed.
Yeah.
It'd be too warm. I don't think
Yeah.
the e-liquid would keep good in the storage shed.
Yeah. It's under there. You know, it's in that cubicle, but there's like too much stuff in there, and I'd have to start removing everything to get down to that layer. That's my steeping stool. I actually have a stool that I keep all my e-liquids in that I keep on hand, and it's right underneath the air conditioning. So, you know, if you live in an RV and you live in Florida and you have cupboards, your cupboards aren't air conditioned. And if they're on the outside wall, it can get up to, you know, 80, 90, maybe even 100 degrees in your cupboards. Your air conditioning in RVs are notorious for not being able to cool through the walls. So if you have e-liquids, you can't keep them in your cupboards on the wall. LB, you finally made it through commercial land. Welcome.
We are doing great, Stina. It's a beautiful evening.
Yes, it is.
I saw that Nemesis starter kit myself the other day. I was showing some people I work with, Terry's store, because they were talking about different tanks, and I saw that new starter kit. That looks awesome.
Yeah. I know, John, and Doyle's just heartbroken too. Heartbroken. But you know what? We could send John to go cook with Doyle at the powwow, and they could have fun together while we do the convention. No one's going to be there to hold my purse. I don't know how to do a convention without somebody holding my purse. Yes, I will let you know how much it is, LB. It's quite a bit less than what it would be for the individual 30s. Let's see now. Creations by Stina, we're doing wonderful. I'm trying to catch up. Yes, the starter kit. Yes, the Nemesis starter kit. And this is going to be kind of funny. Yeah, Vapors TV is having its birthing problems, but they've got new servers on the way that they need to configure, and then we're all going to be zipping along at tremendously huge speeds. About that Nemesis starter kit, though, I have been thinking about this for a long time because I was not a dripper. I was not a person who dripped. So I took the Nemesis, which I liked. I loved the look of it. And what I did with it is that I put a kick in the Nemesis, an 18350, or what I should call a 650, or 18 millimeter kick inside of it, and then an 18350 battery, and I had a really neat looking. Where's the tank? I'm gonna have to take a tank off of something to show you this, I suppose. But the nice thing was that I had the look of the bad boys. Yeah, we'll put a pro tank with an airflow control on it just so you can see what it looks like. But you see, I had the look of a Nemesis, the metal tube and everything, and the bottom button switch, without having any danger. Because you've got the kick in there, and the kick is a 15-watt regulated chip. And it also has overfiring protection. So I posted about this in a group, and these people came back, and I said, this is a great starter kit. You can start out safely like this, and then once you know your stuff, pull that kick out of there, put it in, I've got one here, put it in 18350 mode, and now you can do your sub-ohming and things like that. I thought it was a great idea. I actually got attacked, and they were saying that I was doing something dangerous, that I was trying to talk new people into doing something dangerous. And it's like, do you have no concept that when you put a kick inside of this, that it essentially just turns it into a SID?
Right.
And
right,
SIDs,
that's what I thought.
SIDs are as safe as you can get, for any kind of device. But they didn't seem to get the concept. But it's a wonderful way. There you go. You got your bad boy, and this one is a brass and silver Nemesis. I have those on the site too. With you can either get them mixed and matched or whatever. But I mean, it's a great look. It's just a fantastic look. And I thought, well, they could start out with a kick in it, and then they could graduate to the higher end vaping without having to buy anything additional for the mod other than a bigger battery. So I think it's inspired. I don't know. I think people would enjoy something like that. But the heck do I know? I've just been vaping for 2 years, so There, Ray Ray's flashing the links for me. But then this is, my second favorite device is my SIDS. I love my SIDS, and I keep them in the 18350 mode because I like to keep them short, And I've got my Pro Tanks on them, and I always have a good vape. What's in here? This is Murdoch 710. Stina has put her link in for her Vape Bling, and I hope you will go check it out. She's a wonderful person. Makes some beautiful stuff. Elby, I'm smarter than they are. Well, I don't know. I picked up on a couple of things at least as I've journeyed through this life, But here's another example of like this is not a Nemesis. This is a Zen tube, but it's the same thing. Look how nasty that looks. I mean, it looks like it's like a really expensive rig or whatever, but it's a Nemesis type tube, and then it has a Pro Tank Mega on it, and then a long neck drip tech, which I also have on my site. But you've got that bad boy look for the price.
That's beautiful.
I like that look, Now that I've gotten into authentics for my own personal use, and of course I don't sell these on my site. I'm not that big. But this is actually a Zen ZNA, and this is my kind of look. I really like that kind of look, and it's kind of Art Deco-y, and it's metal. I like my pink stuff. I like my pink. These are my go to the beach EVODs. This is what I started with, and I still have them after 2 years. Still go to the beach with them. I've got the oddball ones that light up when you hit the button. You can't see it, of course, here, but when you hit, you can see it. You hit the button, the whole tank lights up. Oddball things here and there. But for everyday vaping for me, it's either right now this is my all-day vape, and it's a Nemesis with a Pro Tank Mega on it. And I don't even sell Pro Tank Megas in my store because we shot past them so fast, you know. Yes, it does look like a dental tool, doesn't it? I can do things to you. Open. Open.
I never even thought of that. It does look like
Yes.
the tool they suction with.
We'll have this done in no time now. Is the Novocaine working yet? Too bad. Unicorns. Unicorns keyboards going wonky on Vaughn. It's just Vaughn, really? Yes, we will probe you. What have I got here that looks like a probe? You know, the ZNA looks like a probe. This looks like something they're going to come at you with on the other end. God, I hope Mike from Zen ain't watching. What? You called my ZNA light a butt plug? Yes, I did, Mike. Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, Ray's gone. He must be having puppy problems. You know how it is when you go on the air. Suddenly the dog needs to go outside. Suddenly the dog has no water.
This is my go-to for elegance. My vape with my twist battery and my flamingo and seahorse charm with my nice little mini Pro Tank. It's just so long and stiletto looking.
You know what
I like to take this one on the town.
You know what I call that with the long battery and then the tank? And I'm going to be offering them in starter kits starting next week. Is with the winder twist, and then with a tank, a glass tank on it. I'm going to be calling it the Magic Wand.
Ah.
Yes, and it's going to be a starter kit. You're going to get a winder, a twist winder, so you have a variable voltage battery, and in that design, and then you're going to have your choice of what tank to put on it, and you can create your own magic wand. Because frankly, most of the women my age and older, and I live in a 55 community with over 1,000 women in it, so I think I speak with some bit of authority on this subject. Most of my vaping women that I've gotten vaping in the park do not want this. Do not want anything bigger than either the EVOD they got. They like this form factor and they want to keep it. They're not interested in going any bigger, any further. Maybe I can talk them into putting a pretty glass tank on the top or something, and going with a bigger battery like the Twist. But that's the majority of our market, and my market especially, is just that. Sleeping Lynx, the winders have the capability of you can put a ring on them that you can then attach things to, and also a lanyard so you can wear it around your neck. So they're really handy for that too.
Yeah, this is the little charm ring that you can put on the winders.
Yep. See, that's just a little ring, and you take your tank off, slide it on,
Yep.
screw your tank
Slips
down.
on over there, like that.
Mm-hmm. And now she can hook that to something around her neck, and she's good to go. Yes, anything that we have has to be arthritis friendly, doesn't it, Albie? We're just talking about this in the future. We're going to have arthritis because we're all too young to have arthritis, aren't we? I had arthritis when I was 12. I used to clean fish, you know.
Oh, nothing like that cold and dampness.
Yep. John from Kentucky's here. Hi, John. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. He's another vendor, and he's actually very clever. John has come up with the ultimate system. And of course, he's from Kentucky. He has a drive-through vape store. Isn't that clever? Because most of his customers are just like mine. They want a bottle of e-liquid. They're using their eVod. They're using their vape pen type, ego type device. And they just want to stop by and grab a quick bottle of liquid and get out. They don't even want to come in the store. So he's obliged them. He has a little thing that he sets up, and people just drive up, get what they want, and leave. I think he's the smartest guy in vaping right now. Yes,
Actually,
sleeping links. You'll have to get a twist with a
yeah.
bling on it, and then you can have your feathers and stuff like that hanging off of it.
I've got one of the beads that Sleeping Links made, and I want to get it on a pin and a
Oh.
charm to hang on here.
Oh, we miss Smalley Bell's leaving. Hopefully she can still hear us. You get some rest, honey. Come back to see us next week, same time, 8 to 10. Love you, dear. Take care of yourself. Yes, Elvie, isn't that a great idea? I mean, people just pull up and go, okay, what have you got? You know, and see you
Yeah.
next week. See you next week. You know, it's wonderful. Yes, John from Kentucky, vapor stores are going down by the dozen. Down by the dozen, because there were just too many of them to begin with, you know. And those who did not do their homework and saw the trends are going down, because people want quality products and quality service. So there's bound to be a few that are going to go by the wayside, especially when the regulations come through. Gotta raise this here. I'm not saying hi right away again to everybody when they come in, because the commercial thing. I'll be talking to them, and then they'll come in, and they have to wait for the commercial to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful, LB. Let's see now. Wait a minute now. Curo coilers. There. Oh, that's going to be wonderful, Unique. Get me a Curo coiler. No, I've got the Helix coiler, and then I have a small manual one that I use now too. Yes, R. Kelly, people do want cheap clones. In fact, this is a cheap clone here. This is the clone of the Vapor Flask, obviously, because Vapor Flask does not come in red, you know. But it's nice. It's nice for people who cannot afford the real thing. They can still have a good vaping experience. You just have to be careful that who you do buy your clones from backs their clones, that they're going to give you service. If something happens to your clone, they'll replace it or fix it for you.
And that's nice because it has 2 of the large batteries in it, correct?
Yes, it has two 18650s, so it has, like, for me though, only a day's battery life, because, you know, I'm not usually motor mouthing, I'm vaping, you know. Oh, John from Kentucky, they struggled with eBay and Fast Tech. Yeah, you see, you can't go that route. I have good vendors in China. In fact, one's trying to message me right now while I'm on the show, and I can't even answer her. I'll have to wait till I'm off the show. I have an order to put in tonight for authentic sub-tanks and authentic Atlantises. I'm getting them both in before the Chinese holiday comes up.
Oh, that's right. It's almost that time of year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, my biggest competitors are eBay and Fast Tech, but all of my customers that go to my store, they like personal service. They like to have somebody that they can join, you know, they can join me on Facebook. Oh, Ray Ray's back. You can friend me on Facebook. And that's the best way to get a hold of me. Once you friend me on Facebook, we are buddies, and I check my Facebook 20 times a day. You can, you know, get a hold of me. If something goes wrong with a product, I can replace it, or I can fix it, or I will make it right, you know. And that's what's keeping me in business. I have loyal customers. I've had thousands of sales, and every single one of them was backed up. Oh my, the K coils are in stock, but they're asking too much for them. Oh my. The Turban Addy is too noisy. I haven't seen it yet. But I heard it was coming. In Malaysia, they were making them. And Ray Ray's put my link in. It says Facebook Vapor Lady Lounge. That's actually my personal page, and you can go there and you know, sign up. John from Kentucky, Fast Tech, you can get good stuff from them, and you can get garbage from them. You know, you have to be careful. You have to do your homework. Yeah, I have regular good all-around vendors that sell authentic products. Now, when it comes to my tanks and stuff, I do buy authentic. When it comes to some of the battery devices, such as like the Vapor Flask, it's going to be a clone device, obviously. I can't sell $300. Well, thank you, Ray Ray. Oh, the Goblin? Yes, I've been looking at that too. What stupid at uni? Me? I know I am. But what are you?
Aw. I don't think she's referring
No,
to you.
I know. I know it. I know she's not. I'm just picking on her. Picking on her. But you know what I'm really liking, and I'm going to be carrying these in my store. See what I do when I carry a product in my store too? I don't run out and buy the first to be the first one to have them. I wait a month. I wait a month, and I test them. Like I've had these mutation X's. I'm going into a dripper line, and I've got a Doge, and I've got a Dark Horse. Okay, I've tested them. They're good. I've had them for a month. Now I order them. That's how I do things. Same things with these clone vapor flasks. I got them. I've had them for a month now. I've been beating the heck out of them, and they work great. So it's like, okay, I'll order a few. I'm also getting the E-Leaf eye sticks, but they're the new build, and they're the 50 waters. That's why the gal's trying to get a hold of me tonight. I actually have to like pay for them. They just won't send them to me for free. Oh, that turbine Addy? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun. You know. Well, RDAs are cheap. You know, like these aren't going to be very expensive at all, being clones, and the prices are tumbling on them, tumbling, tumbling, tumbling. The originals are well worth it. I have an original Stellaire, and it's on my Zen Light, which is an authentic. And I love it. Someone said the other day the Stellaire was dead, and it's like, not in this house. I don't know where they're getting their statistics from. And I'm a legacy vapor. I still vape my old stuff. I still vape my Pro Tanks. I still vape just everything. My Evods, everything. I don't, and if I can't use it anymore, it is gifted to somebody who needs it. You know, nothing ever goes to waste in my house. The Doge X, I'm going to have to look that up now, Ray Ray. I have the Doge 3, and it's just a slight modification or two on them. The build deck is a little sturdier. Let's see here. Little beefier on the post, and I am so sorry for this. I have to apologize for my camera. Look at how well it focuses on the creases in my hands, but it will not crow. And look how dirty. and Terry's showing off her her cotton needs to be changed. I was at a grand opening this weekend, and I hope she comes into the room. That's why I haven't talked about it yet. But I went to a grand opening today, and I don't know if you heard of this e-liquid company. But if you haven't, you will. Because one of the sweetest and most wonderful people in the world, her name is Mrs. Z, and she has Zeus e-liquid. And I'm sure Ray Ray has the link for them. But they actually have been making e-liquid now for a couple of years, and they went through some hard times recently. But they came back, and they've now opened a storefront in Tampa. I believe it's Tampa area. But we went to their grand opening. It's hard to tell where Tampa starts and Sarasota ends. That's why I was hesitating.
Oh, okay.
They're all good for clouds, Ray Ray. You know, the Dark Horse, the Mutation X, the Doge. Each one has to be tweaked, but I got them all vaping the same. You know, it's all in your build. It's all in your build. Ploff has got a CLTV too. Loads of room to build in, holds a nice amount of liquid. Yeah. One of the things I insist on that is that it has a nice flavor deck. You know, there's nothing I hate more than my juice running out of my Addy and all over the place and making a mess. And I like tall posts because then you can get more airflow underneath the coil too. Unicorn still has some David tanks. Now David was a clone of the Pro Tank. They were pretty good, I heard. Oh, the billows on R. Kelly's wish list. Oh yeah, I know. I want a freak show and a little boy and a plume veil, and you know, my list goes on and on. I mean, I can't stop. But then I'm probably going to end up picking up a few when I'm at the convention next month. And ordered an Orchid V4. Yeah, Yeah, fast tech is always hurry up and wait. Yes, R. Kelly, and it is very dirty. I'm just catching up on chat. Yes, Ray Ray is Mrs. Z at Zeus E-Juice, and she is just, they have had a grand opening now. They have a storefront, and we went to that grand opening, and I have always been absolutely and positively just hooked on, where's the bottle? Ah, there it is, right at hand. On their Zeus e-liquid cherry cola. It's exactly like drinking a cherry Coke.
Really? Oh, I'm gonna have to order some of
Yeah.
that. They just sent me a coupon, a come back to us and buy something coupon. I'll try that.
Yes, spend it. Believe me, because their coupons are amazing when they want you back and you haven't bought for a while. But look at the size they're going to be offering very soon.
Ooh, what?
I believe that's 120 mils.
I love cherry Coke.
148 mils of cherry cola.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they've always had the smaller bottles, but now they're going into the larger bottles, and that's what they need because you save money. Yes, the quality control is spot on as far as I'm concerned, Uni. The people who were having problems are now gone. Mrs. Z, when she came in, cleaned house. Yes. Things are much better.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a plume veil, R. Kelly? Aren't they awesome? I know. I have a friend who had one at the last vape meet. Mm-hmm. Tampa starts when you start hitting the streets that are named after states. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind.
Wait a second. That would make me think I'm in Gilbert, right down the road here.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still have my 2 bottles of Zeus juice.
Yep. And Mrs. Z is not only going to be at VCC Tampa, she's going to have a table. She's actually going to be selling there. Mm-hmm. Oh, there. That's what I've gotten here. It's I'm actually what I did with Mrs. Z's with her, and they are starting a clouding line, by the way, too. But I've taken her cherry cola and just cut it with some VG to make it a little thicker, and I'm dripping with it. Of course, it also cuts the nick, but that's fine too. But flavor-wise, for dripping, oh, I had to stop last night. I was going too far. Plath says, stay away from the state-named streets. They aren't good. I know. Tampa, I have been in places in Tampa that have concerned me, and I generally don't get scared. I'm an old reservation girl, and I spent time in Minneapolis on Colfax and Hennepin, if you know anything about the cities. I have been to the bad sides of town. And, and there are places in Tampa where you hope the light doesn't turn red, and you have to, sit there for a few minutes. It makes you worry. Yes, Uni. I plan on stocking up on Mrs. Zeus's e-liquid. I plan on picking up some clone addies, because dripper addies. And what I'm going to do, too, and this is the way I feel about clones. Just about every clone I bought, I ended up buying an authentic version of it sooner or later. That's the whole thing. If it's good enough as a clone, it makes you want to buy the real thing. So, I'm cool with clones. Oh, Albie, I can't wait to see. And Mrs. Z, she's got a whole crew running the store, so she's actually going to come sit with us for a while, too. So we'll have to get some photos. We're going to have so much fun. We don't mean to be clannish or anything. We're not, just talking. Anybody who wants to talk, get in the room and say something. We want to talk to you. That's why we're here.
Yes.
Yes. Otherwise, we have nothing to say. I can Skype my sister anytime.
Absolutely. And one of the main reasons I joined Terry is, I'm reasonably new to vaping. It's been about a year, but I'm one of those people that has kept it simple. This is all the equipment I own except for a few extra tanks. And I'm perfectly happy with this.
Mm-hmm. And you should be. This is what vaping is all about, and it's what our show is all about. It's all wide open as far as we're concerned. It's not as long as you're not hurting anybody. You're cool. Yeah, and Albie doesn't do cameras. That's okay, Albie. We'll just turn you around so the back of your head is showing.
No, just have her hide in a plume.
Oh, we'll do
Just a
that.
ghostly
We'll
outline.
fog you in all the pictures. It'll be awesome.
Hey, Tony.
Tony the Vapor's here. Welcome back, dear. Yes, see, 80s chick feels the same way that I do. I keep what I have until it dies. Or, if I'm no longer interested in vaping it, I pass it along to somewhere else. Sleeping Links' vape holder's cast iron. He don't fool around.
Nope.
Yes, Albie, you could move over a chair too, you know. We're not going to expose you to the paparazzi or anything. We're talking about a few iPhone pictures. Yes, and Unicorn, to say that you are addicted to shinies is an understatement. This woman has a collection that I would die for. And also she has the most wonderful e-liquids.
Okay, what's a shiny?
A shiny is anything like this, Jackie. Any kind of, you know, fire stick, as I call them, if they're not regulated and stuff. And if anything's new and shiny, Uni's got to have it.
Oh, okay.
Sleeping
That's
Links
kind of
has
like me
a
with all my chrome.
yeah, and I like it. I like the metal look, and I do like bling. And in fact, I've got a gal who is now going to be making vaping charms for me, for tanks and for bigger devices. And I'm going to be seeing her in a week, and I'm going to be getting at least 40 charms from her that she has made up that I'm going to be offering in my store. Nikki, her name is. She's Nikki, the charm lady, the vape charm lady, and she's making some beautiful, beautiful things. So. So 80s chick has been fortunate with it. My friend let me borrow her EVOD to try it, and my fiance gave me his iStick when he upgraded and bought me a tank. Oh, awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Those iSticks are nice. I just have to order them tonight, and I will have them in my store. As I say, I don't order things when they first come out. I wait until they've been proven before I offer them in my store. And the iStick is now standing the test of time, so in it comes.
Oh, yes, I have that watch, too. It's laying here on my desk underneath some stuff here. She sent me that as a gift.
Yep, yep. Yes, 80s chick. I still use my EVODs, and sometimes I take my SIDS into town. But, you know, I don't want to alarm the residents by walking around, you know, hitting on something like this. My goodness gracious, the average person is going to think I'm drinking out of a flask, you know. And something like this, I live in Florida. Something like this could be construed as a weapon, you know, kind of, you know, oh God, she's got a gun, you know, so. I still go, when I go to town, I grab my EVODs, and I still love them. They work beautifully. Oh, I'm glad, 80s chick, you're seriously giving up cigarettes this past Friday. Well, you know, with a good tank and an iStick, you are well on your way. Well on your way. And good luck. Keep coming back to the show and let us know your progress and if you have any problems. We're here every night, Tuesdays, 8 to 10 p.m. Yes, the iStick will do everything that you need. Everything that you need for vaping. You know, it has high wattage so that if you decide later on that you want to go into dripping atomizers or something like that, you'll already have a battery that's ready to go the distance with you. R. Kelly lives in Huntington Beach, California. Why does that name seem familiar to me? Huntington Beach. I just got an email from somebody in Huntington Beach, that's why. Was it you? Oh, Darth Vapor is the good-hearted fiance that gave you his stuff. That's wonderful. It always helps. You see, I'm the most experienced vapor in the family, so everything starts with me and trickles downhill.
Yes,
You know,
it does.
instead of the other way around. Ah, Derp is in here. Derp. Hi. How you doing, hon? Ah, yes. Oh man, the people here in Florida surf on the north coast. When we lived up in the St. Augustine area, we used to go watch the surfers every weekend. They got enough of a wave system down there out there, but on the Gulf side not so much. Yes, Uni was young once. I've seen the pictures. I've seen her pictures of when she was a lady Marine. Beautiful woman. Well, she still is a beautiful woman. Beautiful then, beautiful now.
Oh, I'd forgotten how good this deadly venom is. Oh,
You
so
know,
refreshing.
okay, now I've never been able to figure out a flavor profile for deadly venom. What does it remind you of?
Toothpaste. Minty wintergreen toothpaste. Wintergreen. It's wintergreen.
That's not going to work well for a flavor description on my site. Is toothpaste? I don't,
Wintergreen.
Wintergreen
Definitely
toothpaste.
a wintergreen.
Oh my gosh. Yes, 80s chick. St. Augustine is wonderful. We lived there for almost 6 years, and now we're down in Punta Gorda on the west coast. And I miss St. Augustine. I truly do. But as far as our business goes and stuff, it's not a place for new businesses. Oh, and Darth Vapor's getting irritated. He's having wicking issues. What are you trying to make, dear? Wicking issues usually can be easily solved if we know what you have.
Oh. Sleeping Lynx
Yes.
just messaged me a picture of his little tiny cast iron thing that holds his hand. Oh, it's so cute.
Oh my goodness. Toothpaste. Yes, that would be the description for me to put on there. Deadly venom. Tastes like toothpaste.
Not on a wintergreen.
Oh, yes, Albion. The surf is always up around St. Augustine. And I have to tell you, too, it's one of the best places in the world to go shelling. As far as I'm concerned, I like big shells. Big shells. And St. Augustine Beach has big shells. Oh, yeah. It holds one charcoal briquette. Oh, geez. I have the feeling he's got every contraption known to mankind. LB. Sorry, Darth, I feel your pain, and when I feel it, I give up.
He's having wicking issues. I'm assuming he's having trouble with his wicks and his dripper.
You're rebuilding the sub-tank RBA. Yeah, yeah. I haven't tried that yet, though. We do have a sub-tank in-house, and right away my son got a hold of it. I'm ordering them in for the store, so I'll finally get one. I'm doing that tonight after the show. But I love the sub-tank with the stock Addies, and I love the Atlantis with the stock Addies. Rebuilding the RBA on the sub-tank can be a challenge with the wicking issues. It's just like the K-Fun, as my friend Loki would say, because I was calling it the K-Foon, and I gather that's wrong. You have to get it just right. Either you're using too much cotton and it plugs it, or if you're using cotton, of course, or too little, it's a tweaker. Generally what I do is I leave the cotton up, put the cap down on it, and then use a screwdriver to tuck the cotton gently down into the juice channels. And that seems to help. And then, of course, juice it all up long before you close it up. If you have to prime those wicks, something awful. And then your juice might be too thick for it, too. You should be running something in a 60-40 in it, or 40-60. Yes, mini RBAs are a pain in the rear end to try to get working, especially two coils. Two coils on a K-Foon deck, it makes my head swim. And I wrap coils all the time, for the Pro Tank and stuff. But that looks like it'd be some fussy business. Oh, California just declared vaping a health risk? Well, everything's a health risk in California.
Yeah, breathing in California is a health risk.
Yeah. Kfoon pro tip. Here we go. Make sure the chimney cap is on the right side up. Well, of course. Plath is getting out of hand. Yeah, Darth Vapor. You know, I think I'm going to stick with the stock Addies, and then I'm going to rebuild them. You know. And besides, their Addies aren't that expensive, and if you aren't using gunking e-liquids, it'll last a long time. Yes, John from Kentucky, the taxes are coming. The tax man cometh. We're just going to have to live with it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll fight it to the death, but we might lose, you know. We have to be ready. Oh, really, Plath? There's a beveled side and a flat side. They're hard to see? I didn't know that. See, I had one in my hand. I had one in my hand this morning, and I was looking at it, but I didn't look that closely because I was too busy just plugging the regular coil in there. And he's getting a burnt flavor. Yeah, you're not wicking, definitely. Yes, California is a health risk. Either the fires or the mudslides will get you as long as we're being... If they're going to be so, you know, declare vaping a general health threat, well, I'm going to declare California a general health threat. Yeah. Oh, the barrel. Okay. The barrel on the... Maybe you should check that, Darth Vapor, to make sure that you've got the barrel under the cap. You can put it on upside down, I gather, and that can cause problems. The barrel has two distinct ends. The beveled end goes down. Check it out, Darth. See if that's what's going on. And it won't draw properly if it's flipped. We could very well have solved your problem. You'll have to get back to us and let us know. Yes, Elby's going black market. Yes, I am already. I'm a libertarian. You know, I believe in my country. I believe in my flag. It doesn't mean I have to agree with every piece of crap my government tries to feed me. You know, that's what it's all about, being American. You know, it's not just generally agreeing with anything you're told. You know, it's like, that's why we have elections and stuff, so we can catch up with these boogers. If nature doesn't get you the 9th District Court, well, yes, it will, Elby. I'm not afraid. The burnt cotton is because you aren't getting juice to the cotton. The barrel may need to be flipped. That could, you might want to check that one out. What's the tax rate for e-liquid in Minnesota, Jackie? I think it's something like 87% or something. It's outrageous. Outrageous.
That's why I buy it all. I buy all my e-liquid off the internet, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so far we're safe, LB, but now we're talking about the government, so they're probably going to come for us, you know. They're watching. They're always watching. Like they haven't got anything better to do than watch, you know, a couple of old women, you know. We're the threat. We're the problem. Something must be done about us. But anyway, enough about our lovely political system. Yes, 80s chick. I write my representatives. I vote, so I write my representatives and let them know how I feel about things. They listen too.
Are you playing music, sis? Because I can't hear any.
My music ran out.
I thought maybe I was hallucinating or something.
Oh, it's me. Oh my God. I am such a professional. I come on the air just to, you know. Oh, who shall we play? I know. We'll do. Yes. We'll play a little Melissa Etheridge. I miss her.
And I'm looking at my picture here. I look like I'm in a fog. I think I'm vaping too much.
Have you cleaned your camera lens off lately? A little wipe with a paper towel. You could be back in business again. She'll take the fun out of it for them by shooting myself. I don't know. I think I do really well in like the prison system in the United States because I've spent all my life in corporate America sitting in a cubicle. I see very little difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My mom scared us off. We lived down by St. Cloud, and there's a maximum security penitentiary down there. And my mom used to drive us by and point to that and say, "If you're not good, that's where you end up." So I don't break the law.
Yeah. Oh,
Scared the crap out of me.
we were raised. You didn't lie. You didn't steal. You know, the penalty was death, and you knew it. You know, they were tough on us. Yeah, 80s. Yeah, I watched that Orange is the New Black. I thought it was amusing because for years I have friends who are in trouble. I'm from the res and I'm from the North Woods. So a lot of my friends have spent time in institutions. Luckily they never caught me. But when I was doing the kind of things that could get you put in jail, and I've spent a lot of time with people in and out of the system, and Orange is the New Black is not real. There's some really good documentaries, HBO documentaries on what prison life for women is like.
I just do not plan on finding out. Nope.
Oh yeah.
I don't even speed.
I speed, but I'm in Florida. If you don't drive 80 miles an hour, you're going to get killed. You have to.
Well, I do have to say that I know that down in Minneapolis and St. Paul, if you don't keep up with the speed of the traffic, if
Right.
they're going 80 and a 55, you better go 80 and a
Yes.
55 too, or
Yes.
you'll get pulled over and
Oh,
given
yeah.
a ticket for driving too slow.
Yeah, it's a flow of traffic law. It's
Yep.
Everybody else is driving 80 miles an hour. In Minnesota, at least, it's illegal to drive flow of traffic, they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't believe that at first until I saw it happen to a friend of mine.
Oh, good stuff. I'm vaping my own. I now have my own line of e-liquids that are coming out that I just found a facility that will bottle and make my e-liquids for me. And tonight, I am vaping on something that I can't stop vaping. And I've got it in somebody else's bottle because I mixed it up myself at home here, you know, so that they would know what to make. But it's
Oh.
actually a strawberry cream. And it is to die for.
Ooh, you got to send me a sample with my order.
I will. By next week, I should have some to give away on the show. We're still going back and forth on matching PGVGs because it's not only going to be a tanky liquid, but it's also going to be drippable. So we're still working out the things on it. Yes, the strawberry creams are so wonderful. They really are. It's like strawberry ice cream.
Ooh.
But it's not overly rich either, you know, because some of the creams, oh my goodness, they're way, way, way too strong.
Speaking of Mall of America, I have to look them up because they are supposed to have a Star Trek exhibit going on at that mall. Darn it, I completely forgot about that.
Jackie's a Trekkie. She's a living historian and she's a nurse and then she's a Trekkie. I think she's got it all covered. I was at Mall of America at the opening, and my partner in crime, Doyle, he used to work at the Mall of America. He was a master goldsmith. And if you ever went to Mall of America and saw the guy working on gold things in the window, that was him. You wouldn't recognize him now, though, because he's all haired over, because he's a living historian, so he's got long hair and everything. But back then he had the goldsmith look.
There's a look.
There's a look, yes. Oh, yeah. Clean shaven, short hair, white shirt, tie, that kind of thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Don't mind me, I gotta get comfortable here. I've got the air on, so the floor's cold, so I gotta get my feet up off the floor. Or put some socks on, which would probably make more sense, but...
Oh, you tried her Waikiki melon? That's what I have in my pro tank right here. Is the Waikiki.
The Waikiki melon, and that's like a watermelon. It's really good. But the same company that's been making my e-liquids, I thought they were going to get out of the business and not do e-liquids anymore because they didn't want to go through all the trouble of building a completely regulated clean room, which is quite, it involves tens of thousands of dollars. But his customers just rioted when they found out that he wasn't going to be making his e-liquid anymore. And I know if I stopped selling his Sweet Island tobacco, which is an RY4 blend, if I stopped selling that tomorrow, I would be out of business because it's just fabulous, fabulous stuff. And you know, most of the people who start vaping and through my storefront start with that sweet tobacco, and they just love it. Oh, geez. There we go. Yeah, Jackie's got all the Trek stuff. She even has the collector's Trek stuff that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I have a series of plates and with the captains and all the ships and yeah, I'm not downsizing that. I have 4 boxes of my collectibles all boxed up and ready to move with me. I'm keeping it.
Oh, yes. Yes, I can understand that.
In fact, my kids are already arguing over who gets my Star Trek stuff when I pass.
Oh my gosh. That's
the
why
only thing they want is my Star Trek stuff.
Yeah, that's why I went and auctioned everything that I owned off. I spent my children's inheritance. I'm living in an RV. I haven't got a thing to my name that's worth anything, you know. There you go. Oh, somebody's got to start making Trekkie vapes, you know. I think this is, I like the spacey looking, you know. This is Zen Light, of course. I love, you know, things that look like devices. Actually, this looks more like the Doctor Who screwdriver thing, you know. Kind
Yes,
of
it
reminds
does.
me of it, yeah. And I'm not,
Who was on the show with us the other day? They were going to try and make a vape device look like a sonic screwdriver.
Sleeping Lynx. Sleeping Lynx is going to make a sonic screwdriver, and I hope he gets on it quick. Oh yeah, yeah. People are making mods now out of mods, of course, the names of the batteries. I don't know, you know, how experienced everybody is in the room, so I always have to kind of back up a little bit and, you know, explain things a little bit to the best of my ability. Maybe.
Well, I do have my communicator. I could probably take the guts out of it and turn it into a box mod.
Yeah, yeah. You know what we should do is as long as we got this many people in the room, why don't we give away